JokePit UK.
Hello, Tom. Thank you for joining me.
Jamie, what a pleasure.
See, it's like we know each other. It's
For
like
years.
we've known each other we just know our first names. Let's say each other's second names. How are you doing? How are you finding
Maxwell.
it? Oh, I'd love that to be Maxwell.
Frazier. I'll just go with
Jamie
that.
Frazier. That's like a power name. Do you ever think of a movie name, like if you wanted to be a A-list movie star, what your name would be?
I think Tom Rhodes is pretty flashy.
It is pretty
Yeah,
good.
I got
It's
really
solid.
lucky. I mean, 2 syllables. Always been really proud of my name.
Tom Rhodes.
Been to the island of Rhodes twice.
Oh, cool. Just a
Yeah,
pilgrimage.
I mean, I had to go there because my name is on it. You know, I wish everybody had an exotic island that was named after them.
Oh, man.
And I went there the first time about 10 years ago by myself. I was living in Amsterdam, and I swam naked the length of Rhodes Harbor and back, where the Colossus of Rhodes once stood. I had to wait till like 3 o'clock in the morning when
So there was no one there.
teenagers on mopeds like finally left, and then there was nobody around. And I sat there and I drank. I was already drunk when I got there, and I sat there. I brought a 6-pack, so I was a little tanked. So going across was no big deal, but coming back, I'm not a strong swimmer, so I was like doggy paddling, and I thought this might be my Jeff Buckley in the Mississippi River moment, but he drowned.
I'm pleased. I know. Yeah, I'm pleased.
But yeah, I lived
So guys, if you are ever drunk, swim in a river is the message that we're going to take home.
in a muddy river in Mississippi. Yeah. No, but I had to do it in case it gave me superpowers. You know.
Did it give you superpowers? Did you come out like a fish or?
No.
What were you hoping to get? Like
I don't know. Bigger dick, funnier jokes.
bigger dick is the superpower. I hear.
It is.
I'm bigger dick man. Come to save your wife. That's so good.
That is it. That is a comic book waiting to happen.
That'll be from DC. Well, Marvel won't release that.
Bigger dick, man.
What can people expect from your show? Like, who do you like? Who influences you?
Who influences me? I mean, Bill Hicks, Eddie Izzard, probably my 2 favorite comedians of all time. I love Doug Stanhope. I'm good friends with him. I like Frankie Boyle. I think he's great. But I mean, it's
really diverse, right? They're
I
quite different.
like thought-provoking monologists, and I like sharp, well-written one-liners. You know, so my style is. I always thought, why limit yourself to one style?
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I've got jokes, one-liner jokes, and then I've got stories of things that have happened to me. I mean, my show is, I say it's stories of failure and humiliation. But I mean, isn't that what all comedy is?
That's what it's meant to be, yeah. You tell them the best stories in the world, they're going to leave if you tell them good stories.
Right. Nobody wants to hear a comedian get up there and talk about, how great they are and all the...
Unless you're like an American Stadium comedian from like the early 80s. Like that was.
I don't even think that worked then. Maybe Eddie Murphy, yeah. He was the only one that kind of had that.
He had the attitude.
He's a rock star, he's like, going to great parties and getting...
Maybe Russell Brand's sort of going in that direction, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess Russell Brand would be that.
Sort of, yeah. So how do you navigate the two then? Because to me, in my head, like jokes and like more narrative stuff, it'd be difficult to like slip in and out of each, right? Do you like have a plan to do that, or is it just how you feel? Like to slip in, okay, no, I'm going to do a joke, it's a different atmosphere, and then I'm going to go into a longer bit.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that, this is technically an arts festival, not a comedy festival, but I do what I do. I've been doing a lot more stories in the last few years, so I mean, I'm trying to shape them properly for this hour. I mean, normally I work in nightclubs. I do a lot of comedy festivals, but still, people are drinking. I guess people are drinking here. The festival
Probably a lot.
just started, but it's. I did this London Soho Theater in February, and it's just wow, what a luxury just to come out and it's
great.
you. There's no hacky comedian going on before you, fouling up the bathwater, as I like to call it.
That's good. Soho Theatre's a great theatre to play.
Oh,
It's a
magic!
great place.
Absolutely magic.
So you'll go from that dedicated space to playing a place with millions of other people. In Edinburgh.
Well, I mean, I've always wanted to do the Edinburgh Festival, and I'm kind of known in the United States as like I guess like an international comedian because I've been to Canada, and but I mean I do these worldwide circuits. I just got back from a month in Asia, and the whole reason I got into these international circuits was because I got in with London in the first place, specifically the Comedy Store, and so that was years ago, 15 years ago, or no longer, 17, 18 years ago. So. I always wanted to do the Edinburgh Festival. So in 1999 and 2000, I came here to investigate it because I don't think anybody should jump into anything. And I was just checking things out, and there was an all-American show at Leighton Live hosted by Louis Schaefer.
Okay.
And a lot of people, I mean, the place was notorious for heckling.
Yeah,
and a lot of people had gone there specifically to heckle him. And it was vicious and it was ugly. And,
you're the audience.
And I admit, I found it amusing. And it turned into the most, now this is August 2000.
Yeah.
1 year and 1 month later, everyone's, palsy with America and shoulder to shoulder. But this turned into a really anti-American rally.
Damn.
And every American comedian after another, it was slammed, lambs to the slaughter. And my friend Rich Hall was supposed to close the show. And mysteriously, he got laryngitis somewhere during the show, and he asked me if I was willing to take his closing spot. And me being the arrogant son of a bitch that I am, I thought they're going to love me. So I'm pounding all this beer, getting liquid courage, and I went out there, and the sound man screwed me.
What did you do?
I'm not a flag waver at all, and I'm proudly the communist of my family.
Okay.
The guy, the sound person, played God Bless America as I walked out. And this already rabid anti-American audience, they lost their shit. And just...
Did you get a word out?
I couldn't get a word in. I tried, and whatever I tried, wasn't the right choice. It was deafening, and people are yelling, "Fuck you, go back to America!" And I just had this really serene moment where I lit a cigarette and I sat down Indian style on the stage, and it was very cinematic. I can picture it perfectly, and it's the reason I'm here, because I want to come here and erase this memory. And just people's ugly, contorted faces and the spittle coming out of their mouth. "Fuck you, go back to America!"
A comedy gig.
And for the last 15 years, that's been my Vietnam. I'll wake up in the middle of the night in like cold sweats, and I still think I'm on that stage.
Are you going to do it this year then? Are you going to face it? Are you going to come back?
I'm back, yeah.
You're going to do Leighton Live?
I am a few times, several times. Yeah.
Awesome. Where can they see you in this show?
I am doing the wine bar at the Gilded Balloon.
Which would you have to drink wine to get in?
No, but you do have to raise your pinky, whatever you're drinking.
Yeah, whatever you do. Just give it a little lift. Just give it a little lift like this. Let's give them your Twitter links with our pinkies up.
Twitter, you can find everything at tomrhodes.net. I mean...
tomrhodes.net is the place to go.
It's @_Tom Rhodes. And a friend of mine criticized me that I had an underscore in there. That people couldn't find underscore. And honestly, I don't want anyone to follow me who can't find the underscore.
Yeah, if you can't follow that.
It's kind of a good test.
At least you don't have a number, that'd be the worst thing.
Yeah.
If you had a number, that'd be bad, yeah. Go watch Tom, go watch his show, he's an amazing man.
JokePit, home of new comedy.